Poland. What's going on there, Josh? Tell me.
All right, yes. So Poland and the Czech Republic have been going through a bit of a border dispute lately.
Oh, no.
Starting in late May, Polish troops kind of crossed over the border into the southern town of Pielzimo.
Uh-oh.
As you pronounce it in Polish. Please excuse my grammar. So
You're excused.
the Polish troops crossed over and to an eastern Czech Republic province known as Moravia. In history, this part of the world was known as Silesia and Bohemia. Both were once independent nations. But anyways, Polish troops crossed over the border in a small river. According to the Polish Foreign Ministry, this was an accident. It occupied a piece of land, including a chapel that was a Czech tourist site.
Oh,
so
this was an accident.
According to the Polish Foreign Ministry. Czech citizens were going to visit this part of the country and visit the chapel because, well, that's what you do in a tourist site. And Polish troops were telling them to stay 10 meters back, and they weren't letting them in. And according to one source, these people in foreign military uniforms were standing there and surrounding the chapel and weren't letting anyone in. And so this was scary. And
I'd imagine if there was a bunch of soldiers surrounding our nearest tourist sites, I'd be pretty mad.
Yeah, well, this is what was going on in the Czech Republic, and so naturally they responded appropriately by reporting the issue to Prague, who then relayed the message to Warsaw and said, your troops are in our territory and kind of occupying it.
Oh,
could you,
kind of
maybe move them? And Poland was very compliant with this. They agreed to move them. They apologized profusely, and they did say it was an accident. And yeah, the reason that Polish troops were not allowing them to come in is because borders are very tight right now due to the coronavirus. So they thought they were guarding the Polish border, according to the Polish Foreign Ministry, which I'll get into a minute. But the Czech Republic was kind of suspicious of this because, again, the border is a physical river. So the Czech Republic was very suspicious of why did you cross the river? How did you make that mistake? And so
how did you get a whole platoon of troops across a river
without realizing that it was the border? and so the Czech Republic said that they need a more clear explanation, although Poland said it was an accident. And of course, it does not seem like in any circumstance that there would actually be a war between Poland and the Czech Republic, but border friction was not unknown to these two nations. For example, in 1919, Poland and the Czech Republic went to war just after World War I, so they just couldn't get enough. And following World War II, they had some border disputes as well. But as of now, the two countries maintain relatively friendly relationship. They have a relatively friendly one. And they continue to get along with trade agreements, economic agreements, and so forth. And so, although the Czech Republic has not accepted this explanation as the full idea,
the full story.
Yeah, the full story. They've still agreed to kind of let it go, kind of. But according to the Polish Foreign Ministry, it goes as follows, and this is a quote. The placement of the border post was a result of misunderstanding, not a deliberate act. It was corrected immediately and the case was resolved, also by the Czech side. And so it's not really clear how long this occupation lasted. Neither side will tell any major news sources like CNN or BBC, who are very prevalent in those countries. They just won't tell them. But we do know that it started in late May, and we don't know exactly how long it was or when it ended, but we do know that it happened. And we're just finding out about it now because it's kind of went public.
Wow, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how those relations turn out after this.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be bad in the long run, though.
No, because Poland said it was an accident. They did pull out and they did comply with the Czech Republic, so they didn't refuse to move their troops, which is a good sign that they weren't actually trying to take over Eastern Czech Republic.
Maybe they just really wanted this tourist site.
Yeah, it's a nice chapel. Maybe they wanted to go for a swim, and they forgot which side to get out of the river.
Maybe they did want to go for a swim.
Yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.